Hey guys, it's Erin from Earth Healer Movement. Oh God, I was just, I'm sighing because it's just, speaking about what's going on with me is just like, I guess it's a big relief just getting it out to the public so I don't have to hold it inside. It's like I get downloads from the Holy Spirit as I'm going about my day, about my life, and taking care of things that I need to do, like cleaning or cooking or working, and just tasks that like quieting your mind, and you're just in a zone of, you know, it's like a meditation state of mind. And that's how I meditate, is I'm actually meditating, because I'm thinking and I'm processing information, because Spirit guides me, and my emotions, my feelings, my thoughts guide me on what I'm supposed to do throughout the day. And so as I'm doing those things and I'm listening to certain messages and things from other people, like YouTube videos or whatever, I'm getting downloads and connections, how they connect with my life and what's going on, and then I'm able to create those connections and give you guys downloads from that information. So I got a lot recently, and I just wanted to share with you guys. I'm on this twin flame spiritual journey, and it's very heavy and intense. Completely changed my life, my point of view, my perspective on life, just like a complete 180. So to me, it's extremely serious thing. It's nothing to be taken lightly, and it's very important to humanity what my calling is and my purpose. And these messages are not like just lighthearted conversation. So God, my chest is getting heavy with this information, because I wasn't even thinking about what the information exactly was. And then, yeah, it is really intense. And I'm being reminded by that with my breathing. Okay, I'm about to go for a walk. I'm going to take you guys with me. My smoothie thing just fell on the floor. So it has a lid on it, but it leaked a little bit. Okay, I'm pretty much done with it. I think I'm done, but yeah. But it pretty much goes into a topic of conversation, actually. So I'm gonna put my, oh yeah, I can't really use that right now, but we'll see how long this talk is, and I might just listen to YouTube or something after this. But oh shoot, I almost forgot you guys are on the phone. Okay, so I'm just gonna go for a walk and talk and try to breathe. So this might not be the best. It's very windy outside. So I got a clear, direct message about several things, but one huge thing is that we need to eliminate. I'm hearing like all churches and synagogues and temples and religious houses that promote injustices and segregation and controlling people's behaviors and freedom of choice that are for the good. They're no for not harming anybody. I'm hearing like the prison system is for the punishment of those that create true crimes that need to be punished. They need to be sat down in a cell to think about, to process things. Hi, how are you?
Nice clothes.
Thank you. I don't know what that was all about. There's just some little kids. That was kind of funny. She said nice clothes. Like, what am I wearing? Okay, so that was a nice little break in the seriousness. I'm not that serious of a person, so it's interesting that the Holy Spirit has me doing this. It's just weird. Even me saying the Holy Spirit is weird to me still, because I believe in like the universe, forces of the universe. So hopefully you can hear me. Hi. It's quite windy outside. Yeah, so religion is it's a form of evil. It's a form of divination, actually. I don't know what divination is. Divination is like spirits, but I was getting evil divination. So it's like, it's actually a trickery, and you're actually like supporting evil spirits. So it's a trickery from thousands of years ago, when the governments needed a form to control the people. So you have to understand that with these writings, you have to understand that the writings have error. Hello. Because they're from mankind. Like God or whoever didn't write them. You have to understand and go back to the origin of these documents and understand that they've been edited and rewritten and manufactured and like picked apart and put together according to man. And what was the like agenda of man? What was the agenda? You know? So if you go back into the biblical times and you can go side by side with science and what we've learned up to this point, you can see that it doesn't match up. And so that's where all this like controversy is, with different people believing different things. And so I don't know why people are like looking at me weird. Like, that happens to me so much. And it's like kids and babies and like all kinds of people, and making comments and stuff. It's like weird. Because those other kids were just staring at me. It's like, what's like, do I look weird compared to other people? I'm like, okay. But yeah, I just don't, there's so many things going on right now. I don't feel like I fit in with society, and it's hard for me to just do things that other people do. Like, I don't have a home anywhere except for that's when you just go within. You go, spend time alone and gather your thoughts and think and reflect. And it's not, at first it was self-reflection. And of course it is self-reflection, but there's nothing wrong with me. That I know that I'm appreciative of my difference. These birds here, what are those? Ducks. Are you just a normal duck? You're a very beautiful duck. Geese? I don't know what those are. Very beautiful. But this area is very nice. But so I'm on this twin flame journey. So it brings me closer to my twin, because he's the only one that I feel really close to, and he's my peace of mind, like my rock. Even if he goes away, or I know that he's always going to come back. I got an image of like a boomerang. If I throw him away, he'll come back. That's horrible. But I'll always come back to him as well. So it's a mutual thing. But, I've just come to terms with this journey, and it's almost been 4 years. On May 1st, it'll be 4 years since I met him. And he lives in another state right now from me. So I have to just accept that and just continue on my spiritual path. But I'm still continually getting these messages, and I will. You don't go backwards. Once you start on a spiritual path, you just keep going. There's a bunch of turkeys in front of me crossing the path. I don't know if you can see, they already passed. There was 2. I said a bunch, but usually they come in packs. So it's really beautiful out here, and Spirit wants me to be very healthy and with my mind, body, and spirit, and to teach others to do that as well. So we are really on our separate journeys, and once Spirit is done with each one of us, we will come together and we will be in unity as a couple. And it's also my job to believe in all of these things. And so no matter how much your mind wants to trick you into this 3D world matrix, that it's really the spiritual world that is the most important to us. So that's where we're gonna thrive. Hi. So as long as I'm learning and growing, that I can give myself to humanity and put these messages out and just do my job, God is going to take care of the rest. And so it's really like, you know, just a journey of faith, of course. And yeah, so I'm loving it. I'm loving the beauty of nature right now, going on this walk and the exercise that it's giving my body. And I've drastically changed like the way that I think and the way that I eat and the way that I go about my life every day, my choices, my activities, my thoughts are all different. So life is about choices and your state of mind. So you have an infinite amount of choices, an infinite amount of ways that you can think about just everything, every thought. Are you open to receive? Are you open to receive from the universe what the universe has for you? What the Holy Spirit, what God has for you? That's what you need to be open to receive. And as long as you're taking care of your body with healthy foods and exercise, and you're staying ready, it's like boot camp. You got to get your mind right. You got to, put it in a place where you're learning and listening to your guidance. What do I feel like I'm interested in? What I'm doing is like listening to YouTube. And so, what topics are you interested in that are healthy topics for your purpose and your passions in life? Not corruption and devil energies that distract you from your purpose, but to really be healthy with your mind. So you don't want to do things that are unhealthy. We all know what's right and wrong, what's good and bad. So, if you're listening to stuff that's not healthy and productive, if you don't feel like it's beneficial for you, you can be watching bad things, but what's your intention on it? Is your intention to help those people or to learn about different types of people? To learn, like, if you're watching, like, people getting arrested or, different bad things, what are you learning from that? If you're interested in it, there might be some reason why, and you just don't know until you can use that later on. Like for me, I know what my purpose is. So I know that I use different things as stories and examples. And so that's why I'm interested in them. There could be more reasons. You have to surrender to the universe. We are no match for the universe. You cannot be all up in your ego and thinking you know how things work. You can think that you know, but you really don't know. And you have to understand that other authority figures or whatever, you cannot just believe what they're telling you. You have to think for yourself, because we're all puzzle pieces. There's nobody that's overpowering anybody. Everybody's like together in this. Now, there could be bigger puzzle pieces than others. That's the way that I would explain it. Is like one person can be a huge puzzle piece compared to the others. Some might be very tiny or some might not even be included because they're not contributing to the puzzle. They're not contributing to our progression as humanity. They be so microscopic because they're not, well, they might be a negative influence. So the ones that are really contributing to figuring out what's going on can use those negative influences to figure it out. But what we want to do is create a bunch of positive influences and eliminate those negative ones. Convert them over to positive or eliminate them. Not by sinister. It's just like, I don't know what I'm trying to say with that. Just like, karma will take care of that. They might be forced to change because the universe will force them to change. It's almost like there's a game of Othello. I don't know if, I'm sure not everybody knows what that game is, or anybody, but it's kind of like checkers, but the top side is, or like one side's black and one side's white. So you have two players and you have equal pieces starting off, and you place your piece on the board one at a time, taking turns, and the winner is the one with the most colored pieces in the end, with their color pieces showing up, so you can turn over pieces and dominate the board. So that's like what I'm seeing, is that the good can overpower evil. or the evil can overpower the good. And you can turn over all the pieces to make it your color by your influence. So it's like the majority wins, kind of like. So it can happen. Whatever you want to accomplish socially, psychologically, you can do. And we know that by advertising and media and influences of other people have major impact on this world to create change. And so, you know, like an army of ants can do damage, even though they're so small compared to a human. They can actually kill a human. So their power is very strong, even though, you know, despite their size. So don't ever think that you can't accomplish something. And what I'm referring to, that was a nice walk, even though it felt like it wasn't even happening because I was talking. But I have to go over and pick up my son from school. Don't ever think that we can't create world peace. And that is my mission and purpose, is to create world peace. And I know that we can accomplish that. I just know it. And then I know God is giving me the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, and angels, ancestors, spirit guides are guiding me on this path to send out these messages. And you know, it's gonna happen in my lifetime. And don't ever think that it's not gonna happen, because, you know, slavery happened not that long ago, and now it doesn't exist in this country legally. I mean, I feel like we are slaves still, that in a way, to our employers and to this country, but they're trying to manipulate us and control us in a way that we feel like we're free. But we're still in control. It's like the Hunger Games. We have districts, and we're allowed to do certain things in certain districts, and certain districts are poor and certain districts are rich, but we're all under the same control of our society. And I believe that's what that movie was all about. And it's like they're playing games with us, and they're making us kill each other for sport, just for fun, and they're reaping the rewards and the money and the greed from doing so. And I've heard a lot about like the 1% that's controlling the entire world through advertising, through the money dominance, that they have control over like most of what we do and what we're influenced by. Like the music industry is a huge influence on society. The healthcare system is a huge influence on society. The media is a huge influence on society. The government is a huge influence on society. So if these huge companies have so much control because of their money, that they can control the government with their sponsorships or like donations, and they can control the media, and they can control like money talks. And so, bribing people with money really works, and we've known this. So those people that have, are devil energies, seriously, like the devil has gotten a hold of them, and they're corrupt, and they can even like kill people, to killing certain people that will, it's like playing chess, that I'm getting these images of like the rappers that are being killed, like Takeoff, and like I'm hearing Nipsey Hussle and was it, oh my gosh, I don't really know these people, DMG or something like that. I'm getting like, I don't really know who these people are, but oh God, I keep seeing this guy's face, and I don't, it's like, it's almost like spirit wants me to say like who this guy is. I guess it's DMG. I don't really know. That doesn't sound right, but I could just see his face. They're like these older rappers that were like dying. Shoot, I don't know why I can't think of the names of them, but I'm sure there's a reason for it. Oh, I'm getting like something with a Q. No, oh my God, Coolio. I don't know why I'm seeing like, there are certain people that are woke, like that know what's going on and trying to help. And I was seeing like Sylvester Stallone, so I'm getting like tingles in my hands, and I am seeing like Coolio and his last like messages and stuff. I'm even seeing like Aaron Carter and his last messages, and like these people that are like kind of like broken down by I'm hearing powers to be. I don't know what that is. I'm getting some channeled messages now, and I don't know what that is all about. I'm hearing DMC. I don't know. But, oh my God, I don't know why. I don't think this has anything to do with anything, but I'm just gonna say it. Like, I'm seeing like Russell Simmons. I have no idea like what that has to do with anything, seriously. Because I have not even seen anything about him or what that has to do with anything. But I do know that he was like a Reverend DMC, so something like that. So maybe that's something that Spirit wants me to research. Now I'm getting like Brandy and her brother Ray J, and there's something there about and the Kardashians and stuff. I know there's like beef between them, and the injustices and problems of relationships are huge issues with what's important to God and the universe. Is like, okay, so this is the thing, is like people that believe in God, and there's a lot. I was gonna say something that's not. No. Okay, so there's just problems with a lot of things, like religious people that just believe in the universe need to understand that there is a God that cares about every little and knows everything that we're doing and cares about everything that we're doing. You have to understand that. And that's what I learned, because I was like an atheist, but I didn't realize that I was spiritual. I was more of a spiritual person. I had started to gravitate towards spirituality unknowingly. I didn't really even know what spirituality was all about. All I knew was when I was introduced to the book The Secret, that it spoke to my soul, and I felt like I had lived my life by that ideology, and it was crazy to me that it was in a book. Like, it was like confirmation of what I had already been doing in my life. So it was like weird. So then I realized I was spiritual, because I didn't know what spirituality actually was. I thought it was like the hippie, like tree huggers and like crystals and like psychic, readers and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't know what it really, and astrology and all that, but I didn't know if I believed in that. It was just something that I felt people latched onto things because they didn't know what to believe in. I didn't realize that I just didn't know that things were actually happening for real. I thought people were just thinking them in their head, and that was just like a fantasy world kind of thing. Like religion was like a fantasy world, and like spirituality was a fantasy world, and how people are into all these movies, these sci-fi movies and books and stuff, and it's all a bunch of nonsense because it's all like not real. Like, that's what I was thinking, that it's like Fantasyland, Disneyland, that it's all people's imaginations, that like our brain is filled with imagination, so we dream and we think all these things, and we want there to be this fantasy world, but it's really just a 3D world. But in actuality, my voice does that sometimes, where like I'm like a teenager. I've been noticing that. And I've noticed a lot of things about myself doing these things that I had never known about myself before, it's really good. It's a really good reflection of the truth. When you video yourself and you hear yourself talk and you see yourself more clearly. So that's a message as well. You can't hide from yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror and you see the reflection of yourself. You have to stop and look at it and evaluate yourself. If you don't do that, if you look and you don't evaluate, or if you don't look or evaluate, you're missing the truth. So you really need to dissect things and understand things for what they are, and not just go on autopilot and be programmed by society of what to eat and what to drink and what to wear and what to say and what to do and how to work and how to play and how to do everything. That's what oh my God. This is a huge talk, and I'm not going to have that much time because I'm picking up my son from school right now. But we're literally being programmed with every single thing that we do. And it's for those bigger companies. I'm hearing conglomerates. It's like they're those 1% of people that are taking over the world, like the Illuminati, whether they're doing it on purpose or not, they're trying to get as much money as they possibly can and control things in this world, like to dominate. And I'm seeing like the Minions movie. It's like and I'm seeing like Austin Powers, like the Dr. Evil, and there's always that evil person in the superheroes movies. And that's to warn us about this type of problem where there can be evil that can dominate the world. And I'm seeing like Kim Jong-un and the nuclear button that can destroy the world. So, and I'm getting Putin and like the controlling aspect and like the world domination or the domination of others. This is not of the universe. This is not of our Holy Spirit. This is not of God. So religious people have to understand that if you're supporting evil behavior, that is not of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is not evil and does not promote evil acts unless it's the natural order of life where it's like predator and prey, like animals, or like people like eating for nutrition, like not to that's such a horrible topic. Eating is a huge thing that I'm gonna have to go into in another video, but because God allows certain foods to be eaten, certain animals to be eaten, and others not to be eaten, which is like not very I've gone into it in other videos, but it's up for controversy. So and for different religious groups and stuff like that, there's different viewpoints on that in different societies and everything. So that's a work in progress, and that's not as crucial of an emergency as us being, in unity with one another and stomping out all of the prejudice, judgmental behavior, and controlism of our society. With the first thing is these religious groups need to go. They need to be broken down and dispersed of and not allowed. Just stop going. You don't need to do anything crazy. It's simply not going and not listening. Well, do what it needs to do. You don't need to talk about it. You don't need to do anything but just not go. Go on with your life and do what you need to do for your family. Eat healthy, live healthy, exercise, take care of your body, take care of your vessel. Be open to receive messages from the universe, from the higher power. Don't question it. Don't think about, it doesn't matter if there's one God, multiple gods, who did this, what did it doesn't matter. All of that is just a bunch of waste of our time. You can learn about things, but it's to help other people become awakened, learning about other things and knowing the facts from the fiction, and understanding what our history has been telling us, what's true and what's not true, understanding the whole big picture of everything, and what is the truth. What we're searching for is the truth. So it is important to learn things, because we can see from our discernment, from our knowledge, from our studies, we can process information and understand what's the truth and what's not the truth. I just know that this is such a heavy topic and is so complex that it's really like interesting that I was gonna say it's interesting that I'm even on this path, because I know I'm not an expert in all of these fields, but what I'm doing is I'm collecting the data from the experts, and I'm able to process the information and because I'm being guided towards that information in order to receive downloads and give you guys information from the Holy Spirit, from the universe, because it's talking to me, it's speaking to me, just like our ancient, ancestors and stuff that survived on this planet to begin with. Through all kinds of weather, extreme weather and extreme circumstances with, fighting off predators and surviving, the elements, and it's like you need to have guidance in order to do that. It's extremely difficult to survive on this planet without guidance from nature, from our natural, from the universe. It's like we're all working together to survive. And science has shown us that it truly does work with us in our spirituality. And science has proven it. We're just not really looking at that science or showing that. When we're in college, they're not speaking of it. They're hiding that truth. So I'll talk to you guys later.